So, hello everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you in our today's discussion. Now, in our today's live session, we will be having a discussion of enhanced payment limits of UPI. Now, we do UPI payments on a daily basis. Okay? Even when we are going to buy an expensive item, starting from an expensive item to a least expensive item, even if you are going to buy some coriander or chili in a market, in a vegetable market, we have a habit of doing UPI now. Okay, so we have a habit of doing UPI now. Just wait for a minute. Okay, so we have a habit of doing UPIs nowadays. Now, if you see, recently RBI has NPCI has enhanced the limit of UPI for various, you can say, for various transactions. And what are these transactions? These transactions are those kind of transactions that we uses on a day-to-day basis, and that's why this particular update becomes important. Now, in our earlier live session, I have already told you multiple times about UPI and then the NPCI, and then किसी ना किसी तरीके से we always discuss these kind of stuffs. Now, UPI is something that is going to be in the news always. I have repeated these things multiple times in my past live sessions, and today as well I am repeating you this. Okay? That UPI is something, whatever is happening in context of UPI is important for you, and you should have a complete knowledge of UPI and its recent update. So on the same line, we will be having today's live session discuss the recent update that UPI that has taken place in UPI, and how it is going to impact, why NPCI has enhanced this limit, and what is the new limit, what is the daily new limit or the aggregate limit of the new things. We will see everything, we will see in our today's live session. Now, I hope the screen must be visible to you people now. And now we will move ahead. Yes, it's quite visible. Now let's move ahead. So UPI gets bigger. UPI gets bigger, exploring the 5 lakh revolution in digital payment. How this, so earlier the limit was 1 lakh. Now it is not for each and every transaction, first of all. It is not for each and every transaction. We will see when we will go further in our discussion that what are those things in which they have increased the limit. Okay, we will see that. But obviously, the areas where they have increased the limit is going to impact uh, it is going to impact the penetration of digital payment in our country a lot, and that's why the name itself, you can see UPI gets bigger. Now we will explore the 5 lakh revolution in digital payment, how this limit enhancement is going to impact the penetration of digital payment, as well as the revolution that we are happening in context of digital payment at this point of time. Now, moving ahead, why is it in news? So as I told you, NPCI has enhanced transaction limits. Effective date 15th of September. So just after 5 days now. Today is 11th. After 4 days, the new effective rates is going to be applicable. Key changes are: transaction cap has been raised to 5 lakh for categories such as insurance premium payments, capital market investments, and credit card bill payments. So now nowadays everyone is having an access of credit card. At least a majority of people is having a, you can say, is having a availability of credit card, access of credit card. So now you can pay your credit card limits with the enhanced limit. Insurance premium, everyone is having insurance. ठीक है, any other kind of insurance, it might be for vehicle, it might be for general insurance, it might be a life insurance. So now insurance premium limit has also got increased. Capital market investment. Now if you see, nowadays everyone is on stock exchange, everyone is in there in the stocks and trading and all. So these, they have targeted those particular areas that is going to impact so that they will be having a huge impact just by enhancing limits in few areas. They are targeting a huge chunk of population, because nowadays if you see, everyone is having insurance product with them, everyone is having trading account, demat account with them, they are doing trading, everyone is having access to credit cards. Obviously when you have credit cards, you will be utilizing it, then you will be paying the bills as well. So they are targeting a huge amount of chunk just by targeting a small portion of people. Now additional update, if you see, higher 24-hour aggregate transaction limit earlier. So we have two kind of transaction limit in UPI. A single transaction limit, it means in a single time, if I am paying my insurance premium, so there is going to be a limit on a single transaction, that I cannot do a premium payment transaction beyond 1 lakh of rupees. Now this is a single transaction limit. Now we have another, that is a 24-hour aggregate transaction limit, that in a 24 hours, in a period of 24 hours, for a specific kind of reason, we cannot have transaction more than a limit. For an example, 5 lakh is the limit. Just I'm giving you a hypothetical situation to comprehend the situation better. So for insurance premium, in a single transaction, I can pay 1 lakh, and all the insurance premium, if you see in a 24 hours, all the premium I can pay for different insurance product of mine is 5 lakhs. So this is a two different kind of a transaction limit. So if you see, even not only a single transaction limit they have increased, at the same time they have also increased the 24-hour aggregate transaction limit for 12 other categories, and will also take, it will be also effective from the 15th of September 2025. Now we will see applicability. Entities under categories aligned with tax payment will now have a 5 lakh transaction cap. Extended coverage is going to be for government e-marketplaces, travel related payments, business and merchant transactions. And why NPCI has updated this thing? Because UPI growing popularity as a preferred payment method. The per transaction limit for specific categories have been increased to meet this rising demand. The basic fundamental is, even when yesterday I was filling a form, personally I was filling a form. So instead of, I used to pay via internet banking. Earlier I used to pay via debit card. Now yesterday only I paid the application fee via using UPI. So now this is the growing popularity of UPI. We are using UPI everywhere, starting from, we just saw that capital market transactions, insurance premium. No, these are some kind of commerce activities if you see. But if you come to the personal activities that we do, we are buying clothes, we are doing mobile recharge, we are paying our different electricity bills, credit card bills. Okay? Then we are buying vegetables, so everything a person is doing. So this is the popularity, this is the penetration of UPI in everyday lives of us. So just to increase seeing the popularity of UPI becoming a preferred payment method for everyone, NPCI decided to extend this limit. So you know the reason. Now we'll see what is the new limits for different kind of transactions. Per transaction limit we will see, as well as we will also see the daily cumulative limit. Okay. Now, first thing is capital markets investment. We do investment in capital market, है ना? Then per transaction limit is going to be 5 lakh. Daily cumulative limit is going to be 10 lakhs. For insurance, if you see, 5 lakh, 10 lakhs, and it will go same. But credit card payments, the per transaction limit is 5 lakh, daily transaction limit is 6 lakh. So this is quite different. Then for in case of jewelry, 5 lakh, you can buy a jewelry in a single transaction. You can pay worth 5 lakh of rupees in a single transaction, but the 24-hour limit is 6 lakhs only. Okay. Now business and merchant payments. Now see, this is also important. 5 lakh rupees is now a new transaction limit, and the daily cumulative is no cap. There is a no cap. It is extremely important. Let me mark it 5-star data, है ना? The business or merchant payments that we do, 5 lakh is a single transaction limit, but daily cumulative limit is no cap is there. You can do any amount of daily transactions when we talk about the business or merchant payments. Okay. Now forex retail via Bharat Bill Payment System, 5 lakh daily, 5 lakh single transaction, 5 lakh daily cumulative targeting. Okay. Then digital account opening, 5 lakh per transaction, 5 lakh aggregate limit. 24 hours. Digital account opening, initial funding, 2 lakh rupees per transaction, 2 lakh rupees daily cumulative limit. Over here, if you see, if you sir ask me, sir, what is the most important, then you must be remembering about insurance, capital market, then credit card payments, and then this business merchant payments. Okay, let me star market. Now, see, it's a very few, you can say a very few sort of news is there. So you can remember everything. Okay? If you so you can remember everything, but the reality is that these are the four things that we do on a daily basis. And if you see the requirement of Reserve Bank of India, even the government e-marketplace, you can remember. You know? If you see the examination conducting by RBI, if you see the requirement of that exam, then capital market will be related to finances. Insurance is also there. Government e-marketplace is also there. Then credit card payments is also there. RBI always releases some kind of guidelines for credit card payments and bill payments. So that is also a thing. Then business merchant payments extremely important. And then the digital account opening, and you can remember this thing. But this five, the five topics that I have starred is extremely important, and you do need to remember the per transaction limit as well as the daily cumulative limit. Now, what was the reason? We just saw that NPA has improved this, has enhanced the limit, but what was the reason? We just discussed that seeing the growing penetration of UPI digital payment, seeing the popularity growth of UPI in day-to-day lives of everyone, NPCI has done that. Okay? Now, so you need to remember now what are the different important things over here. If you ask me, I would say the effective date. You must be remembering the effective date. Okay? How many categories including this? If you see, total 12 categories. Do you remember? Total 12 categories are there. 12 categories in total. So if you ask me the effectiveness date or the from the date it will become effective, then we have the number of categories for which they have enhanced the limit, then what is the reason behind it, and then all the new per transaction limit and daily cumulative limit. And specifically the things that I have starred that are extremely important. Okay? Everything is important, but from these important things, these are the very important content. So do remember all this stuff. Okay? Chalo. This was it for today's live session. We wanted to discuss this thing because seeing the popularity of UPI and the penetration of UPI in our day-to-day lives, it becomes extremely important. RBI is also there. Now NPCI is there from between the collaboration when happened between RBI and Indian Banking Association. Then NPCI came in existence, and NPCI, you agree or not, is getting controlled by RBI only. If you see indirectly, है ना? So whatever is happening in UPI or whatever is happening in NPCI, so it becomes important for us. And when it is related to our day-to-day lives, now UPI is something we know the penetration of UPI. So when it comes to our day-to-day lives, then it becomes extremely important. We do every kind of transaction we utilize is UPI. And now if you see the areas where they have enhanced the limit is also important. Capital market, everyone is in capital market nowadays. Insurance, everyone is paying premium and buying insurance product. Then we have the credit card payments. Majority of people is having access of credit card. Obviously, they will be doing their payments activities. Then we have the merchant payments or business payments. We do on a daily basis. We do. Okay? You must have also done today only. You must have done a lot of merchant payments. Quite possible. Okay? So that was the reason that we had this live session. And I hope that you people must have got extremely valuable insight from these live sessions. And if you want to download this data that we have discussed for free of cost, you can download it via our app Ecoholics. It is available on Google Play Store. And if you have any kind of doubt in regards to the in regards to data or the paid courses that we provide, you can contact on this number. You can take a screenshot of this slide. You can contact on this number, and our experienced academic counselor will take care of your doubts as soon as possible and in a most appropriate way. Till then, have a great day ahead. Bye.